a little thing here from Alex Crook, the talkSPORT transfer guru. Aston Villa admirers of Brentford manager Thomas Frank. Villa are looking for a new manager after sacking Steven Gerrard, and former Tottenham boss Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino is another ambitious target, but is believed he would take a lot of persuading to accept the job.
His favourite.
Who?
His favourite.
Well, yeah, but that's
straight away. Betfair.
Yeah, but
1 to 2 on.
Yeah.
Unai Emery.
Does
number
the favourite
2.
always win, Daz?
Unai Emery number 2. Number 3. Michael Beale.
Really?
This has just come out, obviously,
is
after
Thomas Frank
leaving.
on there?
Thomas Tuchel is 10 to 1, along with Thomas Frank is 10 to 1. Sean Dyche 12 to 1. But Pochettino is massive favourite.
Well, let's speak to Aston Villa's all-time leading goal scorer, Gabby Agbonlahor.
Good evening, guys. How are we?
Gabby! What's going on?
Is this a nice birthday present, Gabby?
Silent. I was about to go to sleep and I got you horrible guys to speak to.
Oh, Gabs, what's going on? I mean, you're looking at the league table. I'll chat to you about it. And it's Aston Villa, mate. I know they're your club, but they've been an absolute mess.
Yeah, the thing for me, Jamie, is I'm probably similar to you, and we played against Steven Gerrard, so I really wanted to work because of the player Steven Gerrard was, the respect I had for him.
Yeah, of course.
I was fortunate to play with him for England, but the every game's going on and going on, you're like, how much more can you take? How much more can you back him? And they've done well against Chelsea, in the first half, but then Chelsea come and won the game. And then to see this game today, this was a perfect chance to go out there, the players, and put in a performance against Fulham, which man for man, Villa should be beating Fulham, but they got battered.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Ream looked like Maldini, Reed in midfield looked like Xavi, Willian looked like Neymar. I mean, everyone we're playing against now, we're making them look like top players, and it was unacceptable today from Aston Villa.
Gabby, I've heard you. I hear you a lot. You backed Steven Gerrard a lot. You keep backing Aston Villa, but now he's gone. Do you think this was the right call?
I think it was the right call. I mean, Villa fans were sort of fed up with it, but then they've seen the spirited performance against Chelsea in the first half where they should have scored a few goals. So it was like, all right, then let's give it Fulham. But that performance tonight, I mean, there wasn't even first to any balls. They weren't like pressing as a team. It was a shambles. Some good saves from Martinez sort of kept us in the game. But it seems any formation Gerrard would play, different personnel, it's not working. That's when you start looking at it and thinking, these aren't bad players. That's a very good squad of players Villa have got. And, it's a cutthroat business and the manager has to pay the price.
Gabs, look, you've been at the football club, you've been around the training ground, you know these players, you speak to them, you know the fans. What's it like when it goes sour at Aston Villa? Because you saw tonight the Aston Villa fans they were out for blood, really. With Gerrard, they were singing horrible things and saying get him out. And once it turns at a big club like that, you can't bring it back, can you?
No. I said this last week, Jamie. I said that once the Villa fans turn, there's no coming back, and they would have loved it to work under Steven Gerrard when he first come in, and he was celebrating a goal against Brighton. It felt like a good feeling, but it's not work. And I feel it's the way Dean Smith was sacked. Dean Smith has similar points after 11 games when he was sacked. So they're looking at Steven Gerrard and thinking, we've not improved. We've gone backwards. And the chief executive as well, Christian Purslow, has got to answer as well, because he brought in Gerrard. He's a sort of chief executive that is starstruck by, players, ex-players like Steven Gerrard. He's got a lot to answer for. He's the one giving out new contracts. Douglas Luiz, he's done okay for Aston Villa, but did he deserve a bumper new contract? The barely scores, barely assists. So there's answers and transfers that Purslow's got to come out and answer for, not just Steven Gerrard taking it all. And also the players. I mean, Jamie, you Darren, we played the game. Yes, the manager, the tactics you might not be sure about, but go out and put a performance. You tell me that Villa team was not good enough tonight. Watkins, Ings, Bailey. I mean, Bailey looked like he was still in Birmingham. The way he played, he couldn't control the ball. So the players have got some answering to do as well. You can't just throw all on the manager, even though it was the right time for the manager to go.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's look to the future, Gabs. Obviously, we're hearing, I don't know if you just heard, we're hearing Aston Villa huge admirers of Thomas Frank. I mean, personally, I don't think you'd get him out of Brentford, but who's the man that you think Aston Villa should go for?
I don't know, we could take Conte off Spurs, if we wanted to, but he'll play chance. 6 at the back with our team. But I think Pochettino's been the one that everyone's been talking about. And this morning, Alan Brazil was like, and Neil Warnock were like, I don't think he'd choose Aston Villa. He wants something a lot bigger. But you know what it's like, guys? When you're out of management for so long, your stock goes down. How long can Pochettino wait for a big, club to join? And Aston Villa aren't no Mickey Mouse team. Big, ambitious owners with a lot of money that will invest. Huge support.
Last time you won something, Debs.
And I think Pochettino would be a good signing. But there's loads of managers out there. Thomas Tuchel.
Tuchel?
We can have who we want,
Gabs,
Jamie. We can have who we want.
Sort your head out, mate. Are you winding me up? Thomas Tuchel and Pochettino? Who else do you want?
About Sam Allardyce.
You want to get Ancelotti out of Real Madrid as well, Gabs? Who do you think you are?
No, but
You're 17th in the table.
Zidane's available.
When's the last time you played Champions League football? You think you can get Thomas Tuchel?
Jamie, when did Spurs win the Champions League? Villa have.
Yeah, but we've been in it, Gabs. We've been in the Champions League. We are part of the Big Six.
You celebrated the semi-final like you'd won it. A bunch of Toby
mate,
celebrated.
Be realistic.
Like
You got to be realistic here, mate. All right, get back in your box a little bit, Gabs. Aston Villa have got 9 points from 11 games.
Jamie?
You're not going to get a Pochettino or Thomas Tuchel.
To be honest, mate, it's a bad time for the Midlands clubs. I mean, Aston Villa looking for a manager. Wolves, they can't get a manager. Everyone's turning them down. Yeah. Leicester are struggling as well. Like it's just
Blues are doing well.
Do you know what it is, Gabs? I've figured it out. Ever since you started working on talkSPORT, all the Midlands clubs have folded. Almiron looks like Neymar, and Grealish is having a beast. It's you.
Oh man, no, but jokes aside, though, guys, I think that this was the right time now, because if you look at Villa's next game, you know, a manager leaving and the under-23 manager probably taking in charge. That, players that haven't been involved, Sanson, Nakamba might get put into the game. Archer might start on Sunday, get a result against Brentford. Then the next games are tough. Newcastle away, Manchester United at home, Brighton away. They're tough games for Villa, and before you know it, it's a relegation battle. So the hierarchy needs to really appoint the right manager.
Have you got your badges, Gab?
Yeah, I got my UEFA A, mate, UEFA B. I don't mind doing the job. I don't mind.
You've just popped up as
Jamie.
6th favourite. 14-1, Gabby Agbonlahor.
You can do Wolves, Jamie. I'll do Villa.
Imagine Gabby standing on the side. Coutinho, go on, Philip, go and warm up. He's this geezer. He'll bring back John Carew and put himself on. Player manager.
But it's not good at the moment, and I think it was the right decision. But if you look back at it, since Gerrard's been in the club, there's not been an improvement. I think what frustrated the fans as well was selling a lot of our wingers, not replacing them, using the tactics of the fullbacks to get the width and put crosses in. But Matty Cash, I can't remember the last time he's found a Villa player from a cross. So the tactics weren't working. Coutinho letting down his big signing, and players haven't performed for him. So yes, Gerrard was not working, but I do think that the players have got to take some criticism as well.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.